Larenz here on behalf of Pro Wrestling Punchline, and I'm here in great company with
the quintessential stud muffin, Joel Gertner.
And the man who calls it right down the middle, Daddy. And the blue meanie. Oh.
if you guys haven't already known, but we have a pro wrestling crate by the name of Pro Wrestling Punchline. Now, in this particular month, we're doing a special theme. It's called Extreme Wrestling Crate. Get it? Extreme Wrestling Crate. So what that entails is, like I was saying before, we have luchador masks. We have wrestling wristbands. We have a whole assortment of different items. We even have different crates, as a matter of fact. And speaking about that, crate number 1, we have our Pro Wrestling Punchline Indie Crate. Now, what that focuses on, it focuses on all the independent rising stars of the world of professional wrestling today.
I'll take one of those.
You'll take one of those?
Help me
Give
out.
me one. You see? One down. How many more to go?
I'm
fans?
buying one for Sabu, I'm buying one for RVD, and I'm buying one for Tommy Dreamer.
There you
This
go.
one.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. As you see, the ECW crate. Get yours now. This month, wrestling fans, this month, special EWC crate will be hosting and featuring Bill Alfonso.
And two of my favorite superstar ECW buddies.
Blue, Meanie, and Joe.
Hey,
Gertner.
Joe Gertner.
Yes, sir.
Do you have it in you tonight to do one of your well?
I think so.
Would you please do it for us, Daddy? I love it. That's why you're my favorite ECW superstar, Daddy.
Let me try.
All right, let's try. Listen to this, guys. He's good. Come on, Joe.
It is I, the quintessential stud muffin, Joel. I bought your girlfriend an extreme wrestling crate. We made love, and she didn't know whether to defecate, urinate, or ejaculate.
There's a lot of cakes involved in that. But yeah, Pro Wrestling Punchline. I don't know if we're going to have that in there, but we're going to have a whole bunch of other stuff I think you're going to like. As a matter of
Like
fact,
what?
I know you're
Like
going to
what?
love.
Wristbands?
Wristbands.
Pictures?
Action figures. Autographed
figures?
pictures of wrestling stars of today, up-and-coming superstars, stars of the past. Wait, listen, we're even
love
tapping
the
into the
cover.
future. You know what I'm saying? We have an autograph of Joe McGurk. Many of you guys don't know who Joe McGurk is, but he's in the future. That's how advanced Pro Wrestling Punchlines is, man. Don't ask me who Joe McGurk is. I don't know, but he's in the future anyway, so get to know him.
I love the cover. Look, there's a big. That's the cover that's on the crate.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, yeah.
This is, now, wrestling fans, we only have 4 of these
on the planet. On the
limited.
planet.
What about in the future? That's in the present, but in the future, are there 1 or 2?
I don't know. Well, the Joe McGurk autograph, it should be running like 2,000 a piece, but that's in the future. You guys won't get it now because I'm talking about in the future. But we're talking about right now, we have 4 of these left. Autographed by
Extreme
our
Wrestling
wonderful
Crate.
ECW legends. We got Joe Gertner. Well. We have the man that calls it right down the middle, Bill Alfonso. And we have the blue man himself, Blue Meanie. Wrestling fans, how could you miss out on that? Let's be honest. And, by the way, just in case you think they didn't sign it, which right about now, wrestling fans, no disrespect, but let me be a little Larenz on this. You would actually be stupid to think that this is actually a counterfeit autograph after all.
My hand's still cramped for signing all this great stuff here. We
No
got
counterfeit here, Daddy. We're the real thing. We're the real
why
boy.
Live
Hey, we're live, Daddy. We're live.
in living color. Blue.
Wrestling fans, this is the time. We're only going to be here just like these laminated autograph pictures right here, which there's only 4 left. It doesn't get more limited than that. What's also limited is you wrestling fans going to have a chance to ask any of these 3 guys any questions you like. Notice I said any of these 3 guys. Not
Yeah,
me.
ask away.
These 3.
Ask away, Daddy. We got the answers.
So guys, listen. A lot of things been going on. I mean, you're back here in New York. You're endorsing the Pro Wrestling Punchline, which I'm very grateful for. Hope you guys enjoy your travel over here. So
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. I love New York.
It's always great to get together with some friends.
I have a thing that I call "Tell us something that we did not know." So we're gonna start with you, Joe. Tell the wrestling fans something, or tell the world something that nobody knows off the top of your head. It could be something important. It could be something minor. It could be whatever. Tell some. I'll start it off real easy. I like chicken feet, but don't kill the chicken. That's bad luck. Continue.
Captain Lou Albano said, when you're dieting, you can eat anything you want, just only swallow half. Similar to that.
Not bad.
Something about me would be, I don't like making decisions really at all. I'm indecisive. And I'm pretty much, I'm always kind of satisfied, but I like randomness. I like always try different things, that kind of thing. So when it comes to restaurant menus, whenever I go out to eat, I don't like to choose what I'm going to eat. Mm-hmm. I have a random number generator app on my phone, and I will kind of itemize, number what's on the menu or what number of pages. I'll find a system in the 5 or 10 minutes and then I'll just press a button. Whatever the number corresponds to is what I'll eat. But of course I press the button more than once because you don't get a body like this by accident. And of course I maintain veto power, so if it's something that I don't like, I can choose not to eat it. But that's how I primarily make the decision.
Okay.
I love that. How about me? Something different about me? What I've been doing for the last few years? Van Damme's been helping me out with this because he's been studying and mastering the yin yang, the good and bad, the evil and the good versus. So it's working. Think positive. No negative thoughts. Keep away from negative things. I've been doing that. It's been working out fantastic for me. For instance, me and Van Damme are so well connected that I've been talking to Van Damme for like a month and a half or 2 months, and I saw he was on a little segment on Vice TV, him and Sabu with the big guy.
Action Bronson, I think. Right?
Yeah,
Action Bronson.
So he was on that for a few minutes, and I watched it, and 5 minutes after it's over, who calls me? RVD. So it's like that mental telepathy or whatever it is.
Telepathically.
Yes. He said, I said, Vena, you won't believe I was just watching you. So he says that's the vibe thing. And yesterday I was texting him to tell him about something that we got coming up April 15th maybe. And while I was texting him, before I could hit send, he calls me. I said, Van Damme, you won't believe this, but I was just he said, that's the power that I got, Fonzie, and I'm learning that from him, and it's been working out good for me. So I'm into good, not bad.
Right. Mine, I'm almost a little bit embarrassed to even admit it. I've never admitted this in public before, and I might shock a few people. I might
hold on to your ears.
I hopefully don't lose any friends or fans over this.
If you're gay, kiss me, I'll tell you.
Oh, well, it's not gay, it's pro wrestling.
Oh.
but my big bombshell is, and I hope you're all sitting down.
Did the viewers go up?
All right. So, you ready? Give me a countdown from 3.
All right. In 5, 4, 3.
I'm not naturally blue. My hair's not
What?
really blue. I don't know.
Stop!
Bombshell tonight!
Oh, that's it. I'm done.
I hope you guys can forgive me.
Oh, what do you mean? Can't believe it? Happen to have it on good authority? I can tell you something about the Blue Meanie's hair color, but you gotta call me on the hotline.
You gotta get the crate if you want to find out Blue Meanie's hair is not naturally blue!
Extreme Wrestling Crate. You see how extreme we've done? We're going a little crazy.
Don't wrap us up, baby.
I feel naked.
Oh my God! And we'll put this down for now.
Back to us. Hey, Meanie,
I feel so naked.
I dated a girl. She had blonde hair, but down there it wasn't blonde.
I had a girlfriend named
Made me
Virginia.
mad.
I had a girlfriend.
I thought you were blonde. I'm a natural blonde. No, you're not.
We call a girl stay on her head a brunette with bad breath.
Oh my!
Have mercy.
Have mercy.
I knew a girl that lived on a hill. She wouldn't, but her sister will.
Oh! Parents, I know it's early, but put your kids to sleep. Oh, God.
I know a girl named Virginia. We called her Virgin for short, but not for long.
Oh,
We're here all night, folks.
that's it.
We're literally here all night.
Yeah, signing for you for this crate, so buy it.
Please. We're
Pro
going out
Wrestling
of our
Punchline is.
I dare you, man. I dare you. Why do I
Baby.
hate you? That's my Tracy Smothers. Why do I hate you, man? What's your deal, man? There's your family.
Tracy Smothers. I love it.
Tracy Smothers wrestled a bear.
Recently?
No, back for Watts.
Wow.
And he said it literally ripped all his clothes off. He took the powder out because he thought the bear was going to kill him. And Watts fined him for ending
For
the match
Dave
early.
Miller?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You know what's fired? It was, I think it was Dick Murdoch and maybe Dick Slade or was those
a couple
type
of
of guys,
Dicks,
right?
yeah.
So, but I know it was Dick Murdoch. So, the baby face went like this, pulled out like he had two guns in the ring, and went bam bam, and the guy, the heel, took a bump like he got shot,
Wow.
and he got fired for it.
Wow.
For exposing the business or whatever.
Watts, I think, was one of those guys, and that was one of those territories, as I've heard, right? Urban legend to me from the boys, that if you should be out in a bar and wind up getting into a bar fight and losing to one of the civilians in town, that's your ass. You're finished.
Yep.
So it's safe to say back in those days, they used to encourage those things as far as bar fights to...
Well, not to encourage a fight, but
To discourage you getting into one, because if you lost one,
Right.
if you're a big monster heel
It's
and
an
you lose
image you
one to
gotta-
a local...
yeah,
Yeah.
some little guy comes in there and beats your ass. That don't look good for us, you know.
There goes
You know
ticket
what?
sales. Pro Wrestling Punchline. Buy the crate, please. I'm begging you. Or else, you know why? If you don't buy the crate, guess what's going to happen? Remember how you seen me a couple of months ago? Yeah, all you Facebook fans, you remember I had the beard, had the hair, I look homeless. And even though I look homeless, none of you guys not even gave me a quarter. Not even a quarter. You should be ashamed of yourself. Talking about I look hurt, I look homeless, I look poor. But you didn't even give me $1. Does that make any sense?
And now look at you. You're in a hotel. Got to be at least 89 plus occupancy tax. So what are we talking? Like 100 a night? It's like $3,000 a month, bro.
Plus
See?
a continental breakfast.
So you see, so you laugh last, and he who laughs last laughs loudest.
And if you want to laugh with me, purchase Pro Wrestling Punchline.
I dare you.
I dare you too. Double dare you.
We all dare you.
I
I triple tiger challenge you to buy this.
I defy you to buy this, and if you do, you're gonna feel the wrath of Bill Alfonso.
I can't top that. I can't top that.
All I
What
can,
he said.
all I can say is just Pro Wrestling Punchline.
Oh yeah, baby.
Buy the crate,
It's
Daddy.
gonna be great because I ordered 3 of them: Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, and Van Dam, and one for myself.
Oh
so.
man, it's gonna be nice seeing them with the picture like this. Ding or ding or ding. There you go. Did I do all 3 correct? Or somewhere? Yeah. I'm trying. What do you want from me? It's off the head.
I'm so happy to be here, guys, with my favorite ECW superstar buddies.
Yeah, it's like a family reunion.
It's just great. I just left 81 degrees weather to fly up to freeze my ass off up here in beautiful New York where Andre the Giant stepped in my foot in 1990, and it still hurts.
Ooh, ouch. Shit, definitely.
That must have been a crazy time, right? When you were working for WWF up here, right? They're based up here, and you were working the Garden every month, right?
Basically.
They were on TV every month. Even though they were selling it out, they were also on TV on MSG Network. And I think you, like, in addition to refereeing, you were also, like, working with Giant Gonzalez, right?
I was his personal assistant for 3 years.
Is that crazy?
That was crazy. It was like taking, and they paid me to do it. They didn't have to, but he needed a translator. He needed somebody to go get him things. He was so big he couldn't drive a car, so he had to have somebody with him 24 hours a day.
Would he have
So-
to drive in it like a van?
No, we rented a Cadillac. The only thing he would fit in comfortably would be a Cadillac, and he didn't like anybody riding with us, so it was just me and him all the time. So, and I drove, so it was me and him for 3 years, driving around the country. There he is, right there. Is one of my boys, Vince McMahon. Nope. Sorry. If that Vince, I would have answered it, but it was a joy they didn't have to pay me. We became such good friends. And it was like he had the spur you get in your foot.
Heel spur.
Yeah, they got a medical term for it, but it's short term of spur. And I hooked him up with a doctor to take it, and we had the operation. Took him home. So it's like taking the mean line who had a little sand spur in his little spur in his foot, and the little mouse took it out, and he loved the little mouse. So we fell in love with each other. We were such good buddies, and we became friends. It was a joy to be with him. So it was, plus they paid me extra. They didn't have to, but they did. I did Cadillac, 365 days a year, paid for 3 years. I was in all kind of movies with them because they had them on Thunder in Paradise, Hulk Hogan's thing. We did the pilot. I was in the background playing volleyball on the beach, not a carrot, but we did all kind of WCW. Turner owned the Braves, so Turner's seat with him and Jimmy Carter would go watch the Braves play. They put me and the Giant in those seats, and they panned to us, and the commentator said, "Look, even the Braves brings out the Giant and his little buddy." You know what I mean? So we would get perks like that. So.
So you knew him from Atlanta too, then? You knew him from WCW before?
Yeah, I got us booked here in WWF because his contract was out. Short story is a good one. His contract was out, and we had a new booker, and they wanted him to take a pay cut. So he's making. I'm just throwing a number out. Say he was making $350 a year. So they wanted him to make $3 a year because the wrestling was down a little bit. But he said, "Fonzie, do you know anybody in WWF? Because they want me to take a pay cut, and I don't want to take a pay cut." And of course, I knew J.J. Dillon, who was the assistant booker for Vince at the time in '93. So I called J.J. up and said, "J.J., here's the situation. This is what I said. They want us to take a pay cut, boom, 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 and we want to know if Vince is interested in us. We come as a package. He's his assistant plus a referee, and JJ did, "Oh, Fonzie, I love it." Because I work with JJ in Florida. So he says, "I'll pass it to Vince, and then we'll get back with you." So I hung up, and I told the Giant, I said, "Well, we might hear from him." The phone rings in 20 minutes.
Wow.
"Vince would love to have you come up and have a meeting with him. When can you come up? Can you come up tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah," because we were off because he had the spur thing. We were just coming off operation, so we couldn't work. So we went up there, and the limousine picked us up at LaGuardia. As we were walking from the baggage to the limo, Spike, Spike, the little black guy, right? Spike Lee, he's a very famous guy.
Yep.
He goes to all the basketball games.
Reggie Miller loved him.
Oh yeah, Reggie. I love Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
And Spike Lee he said, "Oh my," he took a double take. He said, "What?" Because if you didn't know who he was so tall that you're amazed by him, And I just gave him a card. So Spike called, the WWF office, had to go to the office, and he did something with Spike, or wanted him for a movie spot. But so we go to Vince's house in Connecticut, beautiful home, and Vince comes in and says, "Hey, bam, 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 okay, Fonzie, so your package deal, boom." And the Giant says to Vince, "Well, they still owe me $60,000. I want to go back and get that and all that." Vince says, "Forget the $60,000. I'll give you a $60,000 signing bonus. So JJ, write him a check." So JJ writes him a check for $60,000 signing bonus. And then the Giant says, Gonzalez says, "Vince, I haven't been home for Christmas in like 3 years. Do you mind if I start in January?" Vince says, "No, that'd be great. So go home for Christmas, enjoy yourself. Fonzie, you want to start in January with him?" I said, No, I want to go to work right away. So he says, "JJ, put him on. So you got booking sheets for the whole month, right?" So
we stack of tickets like that.
Oh yeah. So I was add-ons. So JJ says, "Okay, boom, boom, boom." I said, "JJ, okay, I see Boston, I see this, I see MSG. what? MSC, where's the function? I said, Fonzie, Madison Square Garden. Why? Because WCW didn't go there.
Right.
So it was my first time, you know what I mean? And that's my story.
Nice.
Sure, I can put more into it, but, you know, got a big bonus and I got a job.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Wow. Well, Pro Wrestling Punchline. Did I talk about Pro Wrestling Punchline? Did I? Oh, yeah, I did. But I'm going to do it again. Pro Wrestling Punchline. Are you guys ordering your crates yet right about now? Are you hiding underneath the
Here's
rock?
what he's talking about, the one with us on it, baby.
This
and
one?
it's a good one. He's got all kind of crates. Old crates, new crates, this crate, that crate, this crate. We're gonna...
Every month.
This one's the most extreme one for sure.
Yeah.
Every month.
Extreme
and I'm sure you
wrestling
guys are
crate.
very smart out there. If I tell you we have Bill Alfonso doing January, I'm sure you guys could tell what some of the items already that's going to be in there. But still, it's a surprise. It's a mystery box, so I'm still not going to tell you. I'm sure once you find out Joel is going to be there the next month, what's going to be in there, I'm sure you're going to realize the gimmick. But once again, it's a mystery crate, so we're not going to go there.
How about me?
I'm sure once you see Blue Meanie up in here,
He's big
you
bone,
know
he's
what
not
you're going to
fat.
get when you have him. Once again,
It's gonna
for
be
the third
colorful.
time. There you go.
But I can get it. Blue Meanie
you
colorful. He's got an old lady with different kind. What color is your old lady's hair?
Green.
Green Nicey.
Yeah, she's the green punchy. Sometimes.
So the colors really are real with him.
Nah, she's my tag partner for life.
There you go.
I love her.
Yeah.
That's when we all say, So guys, fellas, any questions? Talk to us. Let us know. This is a once in a lifetime thing that's going on here. What's going on the board? Because right now we can't see what's going on. Any questions that any of these guys are asking? I know there's tons of them. Oh, yeah.
Ask away,
Okay.
ask one. Camera? Richie Rich?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Oh yeah, by the way, we gotta listen, this is candid stuff going on here. I mean, you might get caught in the shot, but do me a favor, give yourself a little credit. Flip the camera around so everybody can see who's doing it. I know, yo, the guy.
He's fixing all of his hair.
Ask the question.
I think he fixed each hair 3 times by now. It looked like a cat.
Alright, come on. What's the question there, Richie Rich?
Did JBL sign the Blue Meanie's face?
It's like a 10-year-old joke for like a fan base that says, we're so smart. Me and JBL are actually friends now, so yeah, you got your yucks behind your keyboard and all that good stuff. You know, me and JBL had that big skirmish in the ring,
He was a bully.
but he apologized.
Man.
He apologized.
Man.
Yeah, he came to me, he apologized. We shook hands, we went in the ring, we did good business.
There you go.
WWE paid me a little bit of
There
coin.
you go.
So you can laugh, but I got paid, so
Head out.
you know, so it's all good.
Work.
How was working with the Dudleys?
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. We were all young. I was the youngest, but we were all young, so it was
You were
kind of
19,
the
20
young
years old.
leading the young. Yeah, we were all at the.
21?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I started with ECW
When you
3 days after my 20th birthday.
Wow.
You were 17 years old when you first started
I started
wrestling
in business
in
when I was 16.
16.
Yeah.
So about the Dudleys, how was it?
It was great. It was great, and it was balanced. It was just kind of. I had Bubba and Devon kind of guiding me, and one of them was more the bad cop, and one of them was more the good cop.
I tell you, he was a good cop.
Who was?
The black one.
Devon was.
Yep.
You got that right. And Bubba was kind of the authoritarian.
Yeah.
Bubba admits it. He's the hard ass. As a matter of fact,
yeah.
JR said it. Yeah, he said it.
Yeah, nothing
And
against
he can
him.
back his shit up. He's
Yeah,
a tough
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah,
If I
yeah.
got in a fight, I want him on my side. He's
Yeah.
tough.
No, nothing against them. But
No,
they're both
nothing.
very professional, but
Yes.
that's their natures. And but working with them, just whether it was in the middle of the ring, doing a sexual limerick, Jenna Jameson's out there with us, or whether we're getting stuff thrown at us and it's a riot, and here's Big Dick and Atlas, and
There's a lot of
every
riots.
night, yeah, riots, near riots. just amazing. You know, every night was different.
And you had a top spot because they didn't work underneath you with the
Yeah,
champions.
for a while.
and-
Yeah, for a couple years. Yeah, they were
yeah.
either the champions or they were the number one contenders. So.
Yep. Very high, big talent. They were on the top 3 matches all the time, the money matches.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions? Come on, baby, give us another one.
Nobody asked Larenz Dean anything, please. I have not.
Which means
They
ask
call
him a
you
question.
Roger.
Listen, when that black vest comes on, you'll be in big trouble. So say what you want right now. I'll take it with a smile. But remember, when that vest comes on, it's a total different Larenz Dean.
How good is RVD's?
Well, RBD lives in California, and where marijuana is legal, and RBD is an advocate for marijuana,
He said it.
and it's excellent. I'm not a smoker myself. I'm clean. I'm so clean I can piss Silver Hill spring water, Daddy. But if I did smoke pot, I'd smoke it with RBD because he has the best shit on the planet all the time.
Troy Bass says you are my hero.
Oh, thanks, Troy Bass. I'm your hero, Daddy. Well, you're my hero for saying that. I appreciate you watching
Joey
us
Bass.
all these years.
Joey Bass, you said?
Troy.
Troy
Troy
Bass.
Bass.
Oh! Let's know your customers. Troy Bass, thank you for supporting Pro Wrestling Punchline. See, I remember these things. As many people as brought Pro Wrestling Punchline, but I tried to develop a relationship with all my customers. All the fans that supported Pro Wrestling Punchline, I tried to develop.
I got something for Troy.
Yeah.
Hey, Troy, text your phone number to us, and I will give you a call after we get done, and I'll give you a personal phone call and talk to you for a few minutes.
Inbox, because
Inbox.
You'll probably get a whole
Inbox.
lot of fake Blue Meanie, Bill Alfonso,
No, you
and
inbox
Gertner
your
calling.
number, and I'll call you after we
And several
do this
photos
shit, I'll
you do
call
not
you and
want.
bullshit with you for a few minutes. All right, Troy? Thanks for saying that. And these are my heroes.
There you go. And listen, Troy,
You'll get plenty of
remember who
I will.
made it happen
Absolutely.
for you. Pro Wrestling Punchline. Can't say I wasn't here for you. You were
Baba
there for
Booey,
me,
Baba Booey.
so I'm there right back for you. Ha ha.
Good stuff.
How was your experience teaming up with Stevie Richards?
Oh, amazing. I debuted twice in ECW. One time, I debuted in October '95, the night we set the fan on fire, so that footage went away. So I had to re-debut. But when I debuted as a fan, and I re-debuted as the Blue Meanie, and each time, not only fans, but like guys in the back, like, you know, or like the ring announcer Bob Ortiz goes, "Is that like your first time working together?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Look natural," because, you know, he would do something, I would feed off him, and
Stevie was talented.
oh my god, it's so
He was
underrated.
talented. Underrated, yeah.
Stevie Richards is one of the most underrated performers.
And, a nice
And he looks
guy.
better now.
And a quiet guy.
Yeah.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah, he's
He
a
probably
great-
got hurt. He got hurt real bad.
Yeah, it was a
Dick
shame.
or something.
I'm going to sound real stupid for asking this question because I always wanted to know. I'm kind of familiar with all the parodies all you guys
Right.
did, but I wasn't familiar. Who was Stevie Richards supposed to be?
With what?
As far as his gimmick in the Blue World Order.
He was
Was he a Shawn Michaels?
he was Kevin Nash,
Kevin Nash. Got you.
and I was the blue guy.
Right,
Scott
that I
Hall.
know. That I know.
And then Nova was Hulk Hogan.
But why did I always think he was playing a Shawn Michaels game? I don't
Well,
know.
he was Shawn Michaels. We did a parody.
He looked like a Shawn Michaels.
But he
And he did the
was
super kick. He did the.
The hair, the
But,
kind of
you know,
the
they-
body, all that.
Right.
like when he first when Stevie first started wrestling ECW, when he was just doing the TVs and stuff like that, they would tease him and call him the Heartburn Kid and stuff like that, and he would wear the hearts on his tights. Before Raven came along, he started wearing the Daisy Dukes. He was just regular old Stevie Richards. Yeah, you know, kind of like the Shawn Michaels gimmick.
Yeah.
And then Raven came along, and then he, you know, became
Lackey.
Yeah, he became the King of Swing.
Yeah.
You know, Stevie Richards. So Stevie's one of the reasons why I got into ECW, because he saw me, he pitched me to Raven pitched me to Paul Heyman, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And now he's a big superstar sitting right next to me, Daddy.
I'm nothing next to you, man. You're the man.
Once again, here's another question.
What do you guys think about the current product today?
All right,
WWE.
so what do you think?
I think the business is strong. I think it's on fire. I think there's more wrestling than you could ever want to see, and I think it's a great thing. You know, even when the business was at its peak, you know, the last couple of times since I've started watching, I mean, now you've got Japan is on, Lucha Underground is on, Mexico's on Galavision. You know, I mean, back in the day, I was able to watch AAA or CMLL on Galavision on basic cable. But now with Lucha Underground, you've got Americanized kind of grindhouse Robert Rodriguez Lucha. You've got, you know, New Japan on Access being called by Jim Ross. So, and now there's World of Sport, and now with the network, and now you've got 205 Live, and they've got their own
evolution
UK
of
territory.
wrestling is up to par.
It keeps evolving. It never stops. And, you know, for that 1 or 2 or 3 moments where there isn't anything during the week WWE related, it's great that there's still the independent circuit, and that, you know, even with WWE strong and with TNA, that, you know, the independents can continue to survive and thrive as long as their product is good. So I think pro wrestling right now is in a very, very strong state, because what's the alternative? You know, roller derby at one time was competitive with pro wrestling. They were kind of sister or cousin. You know, and roller derby died decades ago. You know what I mean? And there were a couple of times where it could have happened to pro wrestling, and it never does. Nothing ever kills wrestling. Even when it goes through a lull, it always develops ideas that brings new fans into the tent. So I think the current product is great. Yeah.
I think you're 100% right.
Last week, in one day, WWE had 5 events in one day between WWE house shows, NXT, and the UK tournament. Yeah.
Here in New York City, a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, around Christmas time, we went to was it Brooklyn? It was the Garden. We went to Madison Square Garden for a Monday night SmackDown house show. They were doing a Monday night SmackDown house show up against Raw in Chicago. The guy in the seat in front of me was looking at his phone, and he pulled up Sling TV. He was sitting at the Garden watching the SmackDown house show live and watching Raw live on his phone.
Right.
2-screen experience.
Imagine that.
And then 2 days later on Wednesday, the guys who were at the Garden, or the next day, I guess they did SmackDown, whatever, but the Monday crew went Wednesday and like in New York to Chicago,
Flip-flop.
Chicago, New York, they flip-flopped them so that for Christmas they could hit both markets with stocking stuffer shows. And it was just, but to see the guy like be able to look at the ring and watch SmackDown live and look at his phone and watch Raw live,
Imagine that.
it was unbelievable. You know,
Well,
unbelievable.
and to that point, I wanted to say to people go, oh, wrestling's ratings are down. It's to the point where you don't need to watch TV on conventional television.
Right.
You can watch it on Sling, you know, while you're streaming. You can watch it on any device. You can, you know, like you said, the guy was watching that. So, or like I watch Raw the next day on Hulu. So, does that hurt the ratings?
And ratings is just what
that means I'm
metric
still watching the product. You know?
And ratings is just, that's who's consuming it for free.
Right.
That's not who's spending their disposable income going to the website buying a shirt.
Buy the T-shirts, go to attend the live events, you know, buy the network.
It's only
But
one
the
metric.
business is still healthy. It's just, you know.
You know, NFL's ratings are down, but I don't think anybody's crying over there yet. You know what I mean?
Now you're gonna get your video pulled from Facebook because it's got music.
Beautiful,
on it.
baby.
Yeah, but you can watch wrestling anywhere.
My
You don't
point.
need to be in front of a TV. So people go, oh, the ratings are down. The ratings aren't down. The fans are still there. You know, once things start going south, that's when they start making changes. You know, and there's no reason to make a change because people are still spending money.
Yeah.
Speaking of spending money, buy the crate, will you? I dare you. I double dog dare you.
And Kevin, I know you out there. Kevin Wrangler is watching too as well. Please tell these guys get off their high horse and buy the crate now. Thank you.
I'm buying 4 of them. Can I get a deal?
Well, we'll talk about it when the camera goes on.
Buy 1 million of them, you get one free.
There you go.
Damn, that is a deal.
Well, actually, I was going to say half price. But, you know, that works too.
Sorry, man, I didn't want to blow your cover.
But I actually like the concept of them, and I hope nothing but the best for the Pro Wrestling Punchline Company, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's been a great experience.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
unique,
it's
man.
fantastic. I think it's going to do well. I love the great deal.
So listen, guys, fans. Hope you enjoyed this little segment of our introduction to our new crate by Pro Wrestling Punchline.
Extreme Wrestling Crate, Daddy.
That's
Who
right.
came up with that name?
That's right. It is I, Virgil. Yeah, whoever said that. Jeez. Anyway, buy the crate. Will ya? Thank you.